Police Commissioner Khehla Sitole is in the northwest this afternoon ahead of the general election tomorrow. Several areas there have been identified by Police Minister Bheki Cele, as I was saying, as hotspots. Those are the communities Sitole is currently touring. Following him around is eNCA reporter Silindelo Masikane. Silindelo joining us live now for an update. And Sli, you've been speaking to people in Ditakong who say they will not come out to vote tomorrow.
Yes, that is the word here on the street in Ditakong, which is just outside of Mahikeng, the capital of the northwest. And as you've stated, that National Police Commissioner Khehla Sitole is now basically doing his rounds in 8 identified hotspots here in the area. Ditakong is one of those. He has actually just left this area where he did engage some of the community members around their issues and the reasons why they say they will not be voting tomorrow. That is the word here on the street from the residents. The police commissioner really trying to allay their fears, saying, it's okay if they want to protest, but they should not, stop anyone from trying to go and cast their vote tomorrow come election day, Tembigile. But just to give you a picture around the issues here in Ditakong, a lot of these service delivery issues, and as we count down to election day here in Ditakong, in fact, as you can see behind me, Mokhomotsi is just showing you a pan of one of the roads. Many of them here in Ditakong have been barricaded with rubble, with rocks. This is basically what it looks like throughout the village here in Ditakong. A lot of the cars having to maneuver around the rubble and the rocks here on this particular road, as well as several others. So, I mean, if these visuals are anything to go by, it seems law enforcement may possibly have their hands full tomorrow come election day. But as we've heard from several officials and stakeholders throughout today, that law enforcement will be on high alert, especially here in the northwest that has been labelled as a high-risk area.
And Silindelo, a situation like the one you're showing to us now does not develop overnight. How long have people in Ditakong been asking, pleading really, for services to be delivered?
Yes, Tembigile, it's been years. In fact, they're saying that they feel abandoned and neglected by government, saying that their particular village is not too far from the capital city, but it seems that when it comes to budget allocation, they have no idea what is happening with their funds that are meant to improve their lives. They're complaining about the lack of water, the lack of electricity, as well as you can see the lack of tarred roads even. In fact, we were taken to a particular bridge which was built not too long ago that has already collapsed here in this particular area, and the residents are saying that enough is enough. It's been 25 years that they've been waiting for services, and yet it seems that government is not responding. And as we head into the national and provincial election tomorrow, they're asking themselves, why should they even bother voting anymore if this is all they're going to get?
What do they say, Sli, the people of Ditakong, to the idea of voting for an alternative political party if the one that's currently in charge there has failed them so dismally?
Well, it remains to be seen exactly whether residents will be voting tomorrow. What we know is that they've committed to not voting at all. So it doesn't seem that they have any faith really in any of the other political parties. But what we understand from residents in and around the northwest, following some research that was done last year by the Human Research Science Council, is that the residents are disgruntled with the political leadership as well as the status quo. They want to see change, and I think the only way they will see change, of course, is by casting that vote. But if they don't, it seems that they may have to, deal with these kinds of circumstances for the next couple of years as well. So it is really up to them. It is essentially in their hands whether they choose to vote, whether they don't vote. If they want to see change, that vote is really what's going to be critical for them. So I think tomorrow, as as we, see the events of Election Day unfold, we will be in this area as well as the other hotspots to see whether people will be able to vote free and fairly, and those that choose not to obviously have that right not to do that. But the message coming from law enforcement is that they will not hesitate to act if Election Day is disrupted, and the Northwest being a particular hotspot, we do know that the army has also been deployed to these areas, and they will be patrolling all the hotspots around the Northwest.
Silindelo Masikane in Ditakong in the Northwest there as